The next few days existed in this weird limbo. She slept in the guest room. I slept in our bed, surrounded by her things, her scent, the ghost of who we used to be. We moved around each other like strangers in a shared space, polite and distant. She'd make coffee. I'd nod thanks. I'd do the dishes. She'd mumble appreciation. We were the shell of a relationship, going through motions neither of us believed in anymore. But I couldn't stop thinking about that question, the one I'd used as the title of this whole mess. Was it worth it? I kept asking myself that in the quiet hours. When I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and remember she wasn't beside me. When I'd see her texting and know exactly who was on the other end. When I'd catch glimpses of the future we'd planned and realize none of it would happen now. Was it worth it for her? Was Marcus worth throwing away 3 years? Was he worth the guilt she claimed to feel? Was he worth looking me in the eyes and lying day after day? Was the excitement of something new worth the destruction of something we'd built together? I wanted to understand. God, I wanted to understand so badly. Because maybe if I could understand, it would hurt less. Maybe if I could see what he offered that I didn't, I could make sense of why I wasn't enough. Why I'd never been enough, apparently. So I asked her, not in anger this time, just in genuine, desperate confusion. We were in the kitchen. She was making tea. I was pretending to read emails on my phone, and I just said it. Was he worth it? She froze, tea bag hovering over her mug. Didn't look at me. That's not a fair question. Fair? I set my phone down. Nothing about this is fair, but I need to know. I need to understand what I'm losing to. What beat me? She finally turned to face me, and I saw tears in her eyes. Real ones this time, not the performative crying from our first confrontation. You didn't lose to anything. This isn't a competition. Isn't it, though? You had 2 options. Him or me. And you chose him. Or you're choosing him. Same difference. It's not about him being better than you, she said, voice soft, pitying, which somehow made it worse. It's about him being different. About me being different with him. About feeling like I can breathe again, and you couldn't breathe with me. It wasn't a question. I don't know. She wrapped her hands around her mug like she was cold, like I was the one who'd let winter into our home instead of her. Somewhere along the way, we stopped growing together. We started growing apart. And maybe I should have said something sooner. Maybe I should have fought harder to fix us. But I met Marcus, and he reminded me what it feels like to be excited about someone, to want to talk to someone for hours, to feel like I'm discovering something new. The novelty, I said. That's what you're choosing, the newness of it. Maybe, she admitted. Or maybe it's real. Maybe this is what I've been missing. Maybe this is what love is supposed to feel like. And that one hurt the most, because it implied that what we had wasn't love. That 3 years of my life, of our life together, was just me settling and her pretending until someone better came along. It reduced everything we'd been to a placeholder, a rough draft, a practice run for her real relationship. Do you love him? I asked. Needed to know, needed to hear her say it. She took a long time to answer, long enough that I knew the answer before she spoke. Yes, she whispered. I think I do. I nodded slowly, processing, accepting, dying a little inside. And me? Do you still love me? I care about you. I'll always care about you. You're important to me and... That's not what I asked. She looked down at her tea. No, she said finally. Not like that, not anymore. The honesty was refreshing and devastating all at once. At least she wasn't pretending anymore. At least she was giving me that much. But knowing that she'd fallen out of love with me while I was still completely in love with her felt like being told the world was ending and there was nothing I could do to stop it. When? I asked. When did you stop? She shook her head. I don't know. It wasn't a moment. It was gradual, like falling asleep. You don't know exactly when it happens. You just wake up and realize you're somewhere else. And that's what made it so unfair. I didn't get a chance. There was no moment where I could have changed things, could have fought harder, could have been better. She'd drifted away so slowly that by the time I noticed, she was already too far gone to reach. By the time I realized we were in trouble, she'd already decided we were over. So was it worth it? I asked again. Is he worth all of this? She looked at me then, really looked at me, and I saw something in her eyes. Not quite regret, but something close. Sadness, maybe. Nostalgia for who we used to be. But beneath that, hope, excitement, the anticipation of starting something new with him. And that told me everything. I don't know yet, she said honestly. Ask me in a year. But I wouldn't be around in a year. I wouldn't be here to watch her happiness with him, to see if the grass really was greener, to find out if she'd made the right choice. I'd be somewhere else, trying to build a life from the rubble of this one. Trying to figure out how to trust again, how to love again, how to not be afraid that everyone I open up to will eventually choose someone else.